We are always keeping an eye out for your safety, and we have found that the people being arrested for the many arsons here in Dayton may not be doing the hard time you'd expect.
New at 6 o'clock, Jordan Burgess tells us about the arson arrest that has left some in the city hot.
The people convicted of setting fire to this Salem Avenue house to rip off their insurance company have left others feeling burned as well.
My concern is, do I have to have my investigators catch these people again?
Fire Chief Herbert Redden told city commissioners during his budget presentation that the people responsible for that Salem Avenue arson we told you about in August are already back on the streets, despite the fact the city spent more than $9,000 on investigating the fire and countless other dollars on putting it out.
As a community, we have to say that arson is not an acceptable behavior no matter what if we want to protect property and we want to protect the safety of our citizens.
The arson loss in Dayton is nearing $2 million this year. The chief says 2 new investigators have helped the city solve more arsons, but he doesn't think stiff enough penalties are being handed out. He also tells us getting neighbors to speak up about the crime can be frustrating.
It's their community. When we respond there, we are working on their behalf, working with their monies, trying to mitigate a situation in their neighborhood.
The arsons have made things more difficult for the department, which will see its force level stay steady this year and its budget increase slightly. Dayton Fire will continue to not use some engines on days when it lacks the people to staff them. But the chief tells us he has enough equipment to keep the city safe, and more isn't an option anyway.
We can't afford it at this point in time. But the fire department haven't laid off anybody like a lot of other jurisdictions.
Jordan Burgess, 2 News on your side.